When you log into PowerSchool, this is the home screen that you'll land on. You'll notice in the left-hand column under Navigation are various icons to help bring you to different things, for example, like the tiger tails, or where we are right now, grades and attendance. The grades and attendance page is split up into Semester 1 and Semester 2. Right now we're looking at Semester 1 courses. On the far left column, you'll see that it's listed by block periods. So for example, humanities is block 1 and block 5. Then they have block 2, they have speech and debate. Block 3, intermediate French. The course title being in this third column. The fourth column is the teacher's name. If you were to click on any of the teacher's names, it would direct you to be able to email that teacher. And finally, in the last column is a little notebook icon to get further detail about the class. So let's say we click on the math notebook. It'll take us to a new screen. You can notice at the top there are 3 separate tabs. The first tab is organizing the assessments and assignments by date. The second tab is organizing the assessments and assignments according to their standard. And the third tab, which we're not going to explore today, is where you'll see the report card when that gets published at the end of the semester. At the top of the page here, we're now at assessment by date. You'll see that there is the achievement grade descriptor. So this is the scale that we use to determine a child's proficiency of the standards. And then on the right side, you'll see there's our learning habit grade scale. The next section is the attendance. There's no data currently input for this child, so there's nothing displayed. On the next section, we break out what are the missing assignments or assessments. So this is for your convenience to see straight away, my child, is this work missing or pending for the teacher. And the bottom section has the real detailed information about all of the assessments or assignments that have been given. You'll see again that these are organized chronologically by date. In the next column, it has the title of the assignment or assessment, and you can notice that if I click on it, a pop-up window shows me more description about that particular assignment. The next column tells us the status. There's a key at the bottom that indicates a check mark means that that assessment has been collected. In this case, there's also a red triangle that tells us this assignment was actually handed in late. The next column tells us all these standards that were assessed in that particular assignment. So this assignment has 1 academic standard and 2 learning habit standards. On the far right, you can see the grade that the child got on each standard. So for example, on the academic standard, they got a beginning. The 2 other learning habits in this case don't have a grade here. So in that case, sometimes the teacher might be communicating that there's a comment that you can see, or they're just trying to show that, yep, they did collect it, or it was late, or it was missing, and that's how they're recording their data on that particular standard. If we click on the comment, a pop-up window shows up, and it gives us a little bit more anecdotal feedback about that particular assignment. So here, the child missed the first assignment, and that's why they struggled, and they have a beginning understanding on this second assignment is what this teacher is explaining in this case. So this was assignment by date. Now if we go to assessment by standard, we arrive at this window. You'll notice the top is exactly the same. It includes the achievement grade descriptor and the learning habits grade scale. The attendance is also recorded still, and the missing assessments still show up at the top for your convenience. But now if we look under the assessment detail, you'll notice that instead of being organized by date, it's organized by the standard. So here's the first academic standard. And then the great thing about this page is that you can see how your child's progressing and growing over time. So this standard has been assessed 3 different times. Again, you can still click on the link about the assessment to find out more detail. You can see the status of the different assessments. And here I can see they started at a beginning, and then they moved to an approaching, and I can also still get those comments. So this view is really helpful to see over time how your child is growing as the unit progresses and they have been assessed multiple times on the same standard. Again, the final place that you will ultimately be able to click is on the report card that will come out at the end of the semester. This concludes the first tutorial. Please look out for a second tutorial coming in the next week or two. Thank you.